Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know who I am, my name's Giselle. I'm a personal trainer and I'm here to help you build a healthy, sustainable lifestyle. It's really important to learn how to set your goals properly because if you don't set them properly, then I feel like the entire fitness journey just consists of a lot of winging it. But winging it can work sometimes, but it's not always the best. It's only gonna work for so long. So, I mean, you might as well just learn how to set realistic goals right now. By the way, y'all, I just got my brows laminated yesterday and they look so good. Let's zoom in. Shout out to my girl, Maggie. She's actually one of my clients. Super cool, super sweet and friendly. The shape is amazing. I love it. She kept them full like how I asked her to. This is my second time getting a brow lamination. I've been trying to fill in my brows because I used to thread a lot, but I feel like over the years my eyebrows have thinned out a lot and they've become sparse. So yeah. The first tip that I have for you is to assess your current fitness level. Evaluate where you're at currently. So where are you with your strength? Do you feel like you can lift certain things and feel discomfort or not? There's also cardiovascular endurance. Basically your heart, your lungs. I mean, do you feel like you get winded after walking for 5 to 10 minutes? Do you feel like you are huffing and puffing after going up one flight of stairs, right? Yeah, just kind of like naming some examples that you may do on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, knowing where you stand can really help you set goals that are going to pertain to your specific needs. So you also have to assess your nutrition, right? Do you eat a lot of fast food? Or are you the type of person that eats good Monday through Friday, but the weekend rolls around and you go ham, you go crazy? Overall, you want to be honest with yourself. The second tip that I have for you is to know your why. So understand why you are starting your fitness journey. Are you trying to lose weight, gain strength, improve your strength? Are you trying to move more without feeling discomfort in your knees or feeling pain in your back or in your shoulders, whatever? And knowing your why is good because it's going to help you really stay focused and it's gonna remind you like why you started in the first place, you know? And sometimes you just gotta remind yourself, why did I do this in the first place?
Why?
Why did I want to get a personal trainer? Or why did I want to start going to the gym? Why did I want to start doing this? Because there are going to be moments where it is hard and it is tough and you don't feel like working out. You don't feel like eating salmon and rice. You know, you don't feel like doing certain things that you have to do, but you got to remind yourself of why you started. Now we're moving on to the third tip, and some of you may have heard of this, but the third tip is to create SMART goals. Okay, so SMART is an acronym, and the acronym stands for specific, measurable, achievable or attainable, realistic. Realistic and time bound. So the letter S stands for specific, meaning that you need to create specific fitness goals. It cannot be vague, or it shouldn't be vague, because the less detailed that you are, I mean, how are you going to really tackle those goals when you don't know exactly how you're going to increase your protein intake? How are you exactly going to get 7 to 9 hours of sleep at least like 6 out of 7 nights, right? How do you plan to do that? Because that means you're going to have to wake up at a specific time, go to work, or pick up the kids from school, or do whatever it is that you have to do. I mean, you just got to plan out everything in order to make sure that you are getting your sleep. I mean, you got to be specific, okay? So goals should be clear and detailed. M stands for measurable, meaning how can you measure your progress? You'll need some form of numeric data to track your progress along the way. Tracking your progress is going to help you make sure that you are actually reaching your goals. If you're not tracking along the way, how are you going to know if you're reaching them or not, you know? Whether it's with workouts or nutrition or sleep or whatever the case is. An example, like if you're trying to lose some weight, you're obviously going to want to make sure that the weight on the scale is going down gradually. You want to make sure that that body fat percentage is going down gradually, right? A stands for achievable or attainable. They're both kind of like, they mean the same thing. So understand that most goals are not easy to achieve, but you do need to make sure that you are creating goals that are achievable for you. Yes, you. Just an example, right? Let's say if you can only commit to exercising 3 times a week, then don't set a goal that requires you to work out 5 to 6 times a week. Once something changes, once you realize, oh, you know what, I can add an extra day, okay, then add the extra day. Another example that I want to say that I think a lot of people don't think about is, again, when a lot of people don't do the first step, which is what I said about assessing their fitness goals, their fitness levels. A lot of people don't do that or don't realize how important that is. And then they are creating these goals for themselves that are not attainable and achievable for their fitness level or fitness history. Let's say you haven't worked out in about 5 to 6 months. Now, that's not a super long time. However, you haven't worked out in 5 to 6 months. Don't expect to go back into your fitness journey by doing the challenging exercises that you may have done before with the exact same weight, the exact same reps, and all that stuff. So yeah, just another example, because I feel like I see that a lot too, where a lot of people don't know where they're at when it comes to their fitness levels, and then they may burn themselves out in the very beginning because they think they could do all these different things. And again, I don't want to bash or sound like a hater, but it's just there are certain things that you may not be able to do, and that's okay. You'll get to it at some point, but for right now, maybe just do a bodyweight squat. For right now, just do, a very lightweight exercise. You guys get the point, right? That's what I'm saying. Let's get into the letter R, which stands for relevant or realistic. All right, so you know what that means. Yes, make realistic fitness goals, right? So an example of a not realistic fitness goal, right, is I want to lose 40 pounds in 3 months. So healthy weight loss means that you are losing 1 to 2 pounds per week. And if you are multiplying that by a month, right, there's 4 weeks in a month, so it's going to be about 4 to 8 pounds a month. And times 3, that's going to be, I'm sorry, my math, I suck at math, you guys. I know my multiplications and stuff, but I'm a little slower. I just need to do it slow. I got to So basically in 3 months, that means you're going to lose about 12 to 24 pounds. And usually when things are done too fast, it's not sustainable. Scratch the whole, I want to lose 40 pounds in 3 months. Instead, you can say, I want to lose 40 pounds in about 3 to 6 months. So right there, you're giving yourself a little bit more leeway. You're giving yourself a little bit extra time. You're saying in about 3 to 6 months, I want to lose 40 pounds. That's definitely a lot more reasonable, a lot more realistic, okay? You see how realistic that is? You already know you're committing to working out 3 times a week. You already know you're going to be in a calorie deficit. You have that time frame, right? Which we're going to get into right now. Now, the last letter is T, and T stands for time bound. So that basically means that your goal should be created within some timeline or deadline. Now, this doesn't mean that all the work is done, but it means that you can see if you achieved your goal by a certain time and look at what you did or didn't do within that time frame. You know what I mean? So that goes back to the letter M, measurable. You have to make sure that you are tracking your progress in some way to see if you are on the right track. That way, by the end of those 6 months, you figure out if you lost those 40 pounds, right? So yeah. So let's go back to that example about losing 40 pounds in 3 months, right? I just said that it's very unrealistic. In order to make that goal a lot better, and if we're going to say, okay, I want it to be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound, then let's go ahead and create the goal like this. I want to lose 40 pounds in 3 to 6 months by exercising 3 to 4 times a week and eating at a caloric deficit. Boom, right there. That sounds pretty specific to me. That sounds measurable, achievable, realistic, time-bound, all that good stuff. Whoa. I just came up with another way to make it more specific. You ready for it? Okay, let me say it now before I lose it. Okay, so I want to lose 40 pounds of fat in about 3 to 6 months by strength training 3 to 4 times a week and doing cardio 2 to 3 times a week and eating at a calorie deficit. Boom. Drop the mic. Hello. That last one is perfect. Yeah, so you're being specific about not only the type of weight that you want to lose, the time frame, but you're also being specific with what type of exercises do you plan on doing. You could be strength training, you could be doing yoga, you could be doing Pilates, you could be running, you could be doing all types of stuff, you know? So be specific. The more specific, the better. So yeah, that's a whole breakdown of the SMART goals acronym, and that acronym can really help you with setting proper goals for yourself. Well, technically, we're at the 4th tip right now. I know that whole SMART thing was a long, there were a lot of bullet points to that 3rd one, right? But basically, break down your long-term goals if you have to. So breaking it down into smaller goals might be more helpful and attainable because you can focus more on building smaller, healthier habits versus, looking at this huge long-term goal and kind of feeling overwhelmed and not really knowing what to do, and you don't really know how to get to step 10. Like you might be skipping certain steps, or you might just go from step 1 all the way to step 5 and skip 2, 3, and 4. But 2, 3, and 4 are super important, right? As much as we hate to admit it, I know as much as we hate to take baby steps, the baby steps are so important, and baby steps lead to sustainable progress, meaning you can actually maintain your results. A lot of people can achieve results, honestly. But can you keep your results? Can you? Whether you're trying to lose weight, gain muscle, grow those glutes, I don't know what. Can you keep it though? Yeah, think about that. So, that's basically my point right there. All those baby steps will eventually lead to your long-term goal, eventually. So, don't neglect those baby steps, okay? The 5th tip that I have for you is to be flexible. Another thing that I do want you guys to understand is, and hey, even sometimes I struggle with this too. As much as I am such a planner and I like structure and I like to plan things out in advance and I like to be detailed and I like to know what time I'm doing this, when I'm doing this and that, I also have had to learn that it's important to be flexible. It is important to understand that progress is not always linear. There are things that come up, different situations and circumstances come up, whether it's getting sick, okay, getting injured, or something that doesn't really pertain to you, but I mean, hey, maybe something's going on with your family, with a friend, with your significant other. I mean, there's just a lot of things. Life can happen. As life goes on, we're constantly changing and evolving. Whether it's you're changing jobs, maybe you're going for a very vigorous job, let's say you're lifting heavy boxes all day. You go from lifting heavy boxes to working in an office. That's going to change a lot because you went from moving a lot, moving for 8 to 12 hours a day, to sitting in an office 8 to 12 hours a day, right? That's going to affect you. You might have a kid. You might get pregnant, girl. You never know what could happen. Different things. So yeah, you got to be able to adapt your goals to your lifestyle. And as you are adapting to different situations and circumstances in your life, celebrate all the wins, okay? Whether they're big or small, celebrate all the wins. You have to be proud of yourself for all the work that you put in. Whether it's the work that you put in the night before, making your protein shake and setting out your gym clothes and getting your gym bag ready, whatever the case is, or if it's, you did lose those 40 pounds of fat. Congratulations. I mean, no matter what, okay? Because that also does help you stay motivated throughout this journey, which, by the way, you're not going to be motivated all the time, but it does help, and it does help you continue to push, and it does help you continue to say, you know what? I'm going to keep going because I've been able to do this. I've been able to do that. I sleep more. I do this. And I didn't used to do that before, but now I do. Yeah. Celebrate all the wins. The 7th and last tip that I have for you guys is to seek support. Tell someone that you trust about your goals if you're comfortable. That way they can hold you accountable. Get a personal trainer. Okay, that's another way you can get some support. You can hit up a personal trainer, for some guidance and to help you build healthy habits and help you reach your goals and help you build discipline and all those different things. No, but honestly, I mean, yeah, just seek support in any way if you really want to, right? I mean, you don't have to. It's cool. And you never know. You might inspire that person to also start taking care of themselves if they don't do that already. All right, guys. So those are all the tips that I have for you today when it comes to setting proper fitness goals for yourself. This, what I just explained right now, I think is so important for people to know because, I mean, if you are setting proper fitness goals for yourself, then you have a solid game plan. Think of it this way, okay? If you are trying to go to a destination, you need a map. Without a map, you could be going all different places and it can be so chaotic because you're not even going on the right path. You go this way because you thought it was right and then it was wrong. And then you went here and you thought this was good, but then this happened and blah, blah, blah. Expect to have some issues come along the way. That's normal, right? But you know what I mean? Like if it's full of chaos, you probably didn't set your goals correctly. You probably don't have a solid roadmap. You don't have a solid plan, a plan to execute. Plan. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment down below your feedback on what you thought of everything that I said. I really hope this video helped you guys out. Please also comment down below any questions you may have. Comment any video requests you may have. If you want to see like a specific video, go ahead and let me know so that way I can do that. But yeah, you guys, I had so much fun talking about this. Please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications so you get notified on your phone every time I upload a brand new video. All right, guys, stay tuned for my next video. Bye.